Okay, you've just got the Hero Game Playtest Kit, and you want to know how to play. Well, you should read this, but you've got no time. You've got things to do, so you're watching this. I'm going to show you how to make a character, how you play, and then a few tips and tricks for newcomers to roleplay. Accompanying this video will be a tutorial for the Game Master, the person who runs the game. But for now, all you need to know is here, and once you've got the grip of the basics, maybe go back and read the book. Part 1. Making your hero. What is the Hero Game? In the Hero Game, every player but one makes up their own character who they use to overcome the challenges set by the other player, the Games Master. In this playtest kit, you will make heroes with special abilities in an otherwise normal modern world, albeit one with things like aliens, magic, superhuman powers, and access to fictional technology. But these are usually the exception to the rule, and not commonplace. So let's make your first character. The cards. Lay out all of 5 different decks that came in this bag named Hero Cards. This should include backgrounds, powers, resources, skill sets, and flaws. Every player has 50 points to spend between these cards. The cost of each card is found at the bottom left of each card. You can have any combination of these cards that add up to 50 points. So you can have all powers and no resources, just skill sets and resources and nothing else. Anything you like. The only exception is the background card, which every character must have one, and only one, and the flaw cards, which you can have no more than 2 of. Picking your cards. How you pick the cards is up to the Games Master, also known as the GM, but the best way to start is to draw them randomly, starting with your mandatory background card and then going along as you feel like. But what happens if you go over the 50 points limit? You will notice the flaw cards have negative numbers. These reduce the points spent by the listed amount, allowing you more points to spend on other cards. If the GM allows, you can simply look through the cards and choose them as you want. This is good if you have an idea for a specific character. The full release of the Hero Game will include many more cards to choose from, but there should be enough choices here to make many interesting characters. What each deck means. Okay, so now you know how many cards you are allowed, but what do they all mean? Each card describes certain abilities your character has access to in the game. The background card represents training from some sort of occupation your character either has or had in the past. Powers are supernatural abilities they possess to manipulate the world around them or themselves in amazing ways. They could have got those through some sort of accident, genetic engineering, or maybe they were born with them. Resources are advanced equipment, usually beyond the limits of real-world technology, that your character can access anytime in the game. This can include anything from a secret lab to a robotic power suit or even the trappings of a millionaire. Skill sets are areas of expertise your character is trained in beyond what they learned from their background and help make them different from others in the same occupation. Flaws are things about your character that make life a little harder for them, be it awkward social obligations, physical or mental impairments, or strong beliefs that they hold that close certain options for them in-game. Every card is filled with a lot of information, but all you need to keep track of is the quick modifier in the top left of the card, if it has one, and the description in the yellow box at the top. The rest will make more sense as you play. The only thing you need to keep an eye out for is if any card asks you to make a choice at hero creation. The card may give you some options. These need to be decided before the game starts. But if you forget, don't worry too much. But once you've decided in-game, you must keep it the same from there on. Bringing it all together. Now you have all your cards, you have almost finished making your character. All you need to do next is to tie it all together. Ask yourself the following questions about this character once you have all your cards. Where did they learn their training? How did they get these powers? Where did they acquire their resources? What are they known as to the public? Do they have a secret identity? What is it? What do they look like? Do they have a costume? What does it look like? How do they go out and help others as a hero? Do they patrol the streets at night? Are they sent in when a situation arises? Or do they just find themselves stumbling into these situations? Do they work for themselves, or a larger organization, or with a team? Do they even see themselves as a hero, or are they more of a vigilante, mercenary, or agent for an organization? There are no wrong answers here. This is where your imagination can run wild. If you get stuck for ideas, try basing it off a character you like, or ask the other players or Games Master for suggestions. The world of the Hero game is one of many wild and outlandish characters. You could be an alien from a far-off world, a medieval warrior flung through time, or just a random guy who got into an accident, gained strange powers, and now dons a costume and fights crime. The options are endless. The HeroCraft Steps cheat sheet card goes through all the steps we've covered and asks the questions above. Look over this if you need a little reminder. Once you've done all this, you're ready to play. The Games Master will ask you a few questions so they know who your hero is, and then it's time to roleplay.